All meat. No filter.
Hey gang, what's up? Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. So we have Premier Houston. Tim Houston is the Premier of Nova Scotia. Strange thing in Nova Scotia, we have a conservative majority government leading the province. But in the federal election, only one MP was elected from the South Shore, Chris Dochma, former House Speaker, backup House Speaker. Maybe he'll be House Speaker again. He was good at it. Anyways, only one MP elected in all of Nova Scotia. It's a strange time. Anyhow, Tim Houston here is rolling out a free vaccine for shingles. How do you feel about vaccines these days? Well, if you're over 65, beginning May 28th in Nova Scotia, you can get a free shingles vaccine. Let's take a look. Tim Houston is a handsome man. What is going on in Canadian federal politics? Who knows? All right, guys, let's check out Tim Houston.
Welcome. Good morning. Thank you. He's doing a great job. And I actually grew up not far from here. So it's kind of neat for me to be in this area where the sun always shines, even when it's not. But thank you. What a pleasure to be here today. Of course, our government is laser focused on healthcare. We continue. Our first term was all healthcare. This term, we're focused on growing the economy and supporting Nova Scotians in most ways we can, but still maintaining that focus on healthcare. And we're making progress in healthcare. I could certainly speak for a long time on healthcare. I'm very proud of the work that's happening there. But today is another step along the way. And today, we're here to talk about the shingles vaccine, free shingles vaccine for Nova Scotians over the age of 6.
Shingles is nasty. There's no doubt about that. Vaccines, on the other hand, I'm not sure. Probably this is a good one.
65. This is something we talked about on the campaign, and if you know somebody who's had shingles or suffered from shingles, it's pretty debilitating. It can be a really, really nasty condition for sure, and there's a vaccine, but the vaccine is often just out of reach financially for too many people, and I think that the statistics are that one in three Canadians will suffer from shingles, and we can do better than that. So we want to make sure that this vaccine is in reach. So today we're announcing that appointments are open starting today for Nova Scotians over the age of 65 to get that shingles vaccine. The vaccines themselves will start on the 28th of May. So it's imminent. I'm proud of that. It's a significant investment from the province. We estimate in the first year the cost would be around $26 million. But this is an investment in healthcare. It's an investment in Nova Scotians. We really want to make sure that we remove the barriers to
$26 million for shingles?
To maintain opportunities for people to be vaccinated and to be healthy and thriving. So I'm excited about this. This is good news. It's good news for everyone. So if you're over 65, get your appointment starting today and get your vaccine starting on the 28th. But happy to be able to make that announcement for Nova Scotians today. And thanks for joining us here. It's an important day. Sure. Yeah.
Does the funding cover the subsequent booster, or is the funding just for the initial cost?
No, so the $26 million, that's
subsequent booster. Come on.
That's the one this year for the initial one, but we're going to make sure that people are fully vaccinated with all the shots that they need.
But I guess what I want to make sure I understand is the booster also free, or would people have to pay for the booster?
My understanding is that everything people would need, so maybe Dr. Strang. I'm going to go to my phone a friend here.
Yeah, no. That's part of the budgeting. We know that people need 2 doses, 2 to 6 months first dose, then 2 to 6 months later a second dose, and that part of the budgeting. So yes, both doses are covered. If you haven't been vaccinated, it's not over 65 and above.
Dr. Strang is back, man. It's been a while. This guy was a celebrity here in Nova Scotia during that COVID. whatever that was,
then you can start getting in both doses are free.
And probably this is more for you, Premier, but my understanding is that
Don't go too far.
the recommendation is that people start thinking about this around age 55. How did you land on 65 as opposed to 55?
Want me to speak to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's, as the Premier's right, shingles is, if you've had chickenpox, the virus can reactivate. The risk of severe complications, the severe post-herpetic neuralgia, severe nerve pain, etc., starts to increase at age 50, but it's at age 65 where you start to see really an increase in hospitalization and much more severe disease. So other provinces, Ontario, Yukon, have all covering started at 65. Quebec started not waiting till age 80. So it's really a balance of where do we get the greatest benefit from the vaccine, knowing there's lots and lots of other priorities in the healthcare system.
Okay, and I just have one other on the program. Obviously, part of this is about making something accessible to people who maybe otherwise would not have accessed it. But could either of you talk about the preventative aspect that this creates to keep people out of the hospital and keep down treatment costs after they get it and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we know about, seniors, about 1 in 5 are going to get post-herpetic neuralgia, which can be very painful, very severe, prolonged nerve pain, which can also then contribute to a loss of function, increased frailty in seniors. So the direct and indirect impacts of shingles can be quite significant in seniors. So if we can prevent that, we know that probably about $500,000 in 2023, when it was last looked at, related to hospitalizations. But that was only where it was directly related to shingles. All the secondary complications were shingles and exacerbating people's underlying function and stuff not included. So long and short is shingles does have a significant impact on the healthcare system. And by preventing this recurrence, preventing shingles from happening in the first place, over time, we'll have a substantive return on that investment.
Dr. Strang, could you talk about what demand there was for this? And do you know how many people sort of barred from getting the vaccine because of the cost?
I don't have exact numbers, but certainly the cost of the vaccine, it was about $200 a dose. So there's certainly there has been a significant financial barrier for seniors getting vaccinated, and I do want to thank the Premier and his government for removing that financial barrier. It's a significant step forward in protecting the health of senior Nova Scotians.
Premier, Newfoundland has had coverage and is actually dropping the age of 65 to 50.
Well, I think as Dr. Strang just mentioned, we kind of looked at where the risk really escalates, and this is where we're starting. That's not to say that we won't, continue to evaluate and maybe expand at some point, but we wanted to start the program, and we thought this was the best place to start based on the advice we had.
Can we ask a couple of non-shingles questions?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to do that here, or do you want to do that?
Or we just do it to the side?
Do it separate, yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming out, and I want to thank the team at Nova Scotia Health Authority for being here today as well, and all the good work they're doing. So, thanks, everyone.
Yeah, so there's Tim Houston. Dr. Strang, he was a big celebrity during COVID. Everybody was watching. Remember how screwed up COVID was? It's really hard to trust these guys now. Another vaccine, they're calling it free. Fine. We'll wait and see. Shingles is nasty, no doubt about that. But we know so much more now, it's really hard to trust health officials and things like that. Anyhow, Aaron, Canadian Looney, like, share, subscribe. Come and check out the channel, some other videos. Thank you for watching this one. Catch you next time, gang. We're out.
Hello there, my noble, strong fellow Canadian. If you are watching this film strip, then no doubt Canada is in grave danger.
Hi everyone, good morning. What a great day for Canada.
What?
It's time for a change in this country, my friends. A real change.
Elbows out.
Elbows up.
Had no interest in playing the puck, and he leaned into...
Look, I don't think one needs to respond to every comment. Look, Stephanie, I comply with the rules.
Conflicts of interest you
What
sought to
possible
avoid.
conflict would you have, Stephanie? Stephanie, I'm complying with the rules. I'm complying with the rules in advance. Point final.
It's very difficult to believe.
Look inside yourself, Rosemary. I mean, you start from a prior of conflict and ill will.
WTF.
Here, here.